Hello everyone, welcome to another Star Wars The Old Republic video, and today I'm going to be adding to my collection of videos on the Dark versus Light event. So I've been making a few videos, overviews, some stuff like that, dabbling with it, but the new July producers live stream revealed a lot of information about the Dark versus Light event. They clarified a lot of stuff up, and while I'd love to summarize all of it, I'm going to focus in on the companion specifically. So as you guys, I might have implied this in some of my previous videos, and it was incorrect information. I thought the way it worked was you kind of choose a side. So let's say I chose the dark side. Well, I'm going to make dark side decisions in my storylines that I'm going to be doing, and then if the dark side wins overall, so overall more people decide to make dark side choices than light side choices, then I will get the dark side companion. Well, the way it actually works is that if you reach the tier that you need to reach and you do the achievements you need to do to get the companion, you are guaranteed a companion. And so the way that they've decided that the light side dark side event is going to impact the galaxy is only one of the companions is going to be released. So let's say I reach the heroic tier, or not the heroic, I forget the name, but it's the tier that gives you the companions. Let's say I reached that tier, I completed the achievements. Well, then once the event is over, it's chosen who has won. Let's say the light side won, then I'll get the light side companion, even though I made dark side choices. So I think that's pretty cool because if people have put the work in to reach a certain tier, to get a certain reward, they should be given the companions regardless of what side they chose, which I think is great. However, what I'm disappointed in is that when they had mentioned that the dark side versus light side event is going to impact the galaxy, I thought it was going to happen in a really cool and neat way. I was excited to see how that's going to happen, but the way they made it sound in the July live stream is that the way it impacts the galaxy is you get a companion like that. That's basically what it is. They're saying only one of the companions will be given, and maybe there's going to be some storyline or something associated with that. However, I just don't think that's really big enough to say it's going to impact the galaxy. It doesn't really impact the galaxy. It's just an exclusive companion that some players are going to end up getting. However, the way that they also made it sound in the live stream is they wanted it to be that when you're deciding to do the dark versus light event, you kind of are supposed to choose which companion you want. So let's say I say, oh, I like the light side companion, the Jedi Master, that's the companion I want. Well, then I'd base my light side choices off of that. So when I'm leveling up my characters, I'll make all light side choices because I want light side to win, because if they do win, then I'll get my Jedi Master companion. And they said that they wanted people to make guilds and do things like that, and cooperate with each other in order to try to get the light side to win, because you want that light side companion. And same thing obviously for the dark side companion. So that's kind of the way they wanted it to sound. And since they're obviously putting so much emphasis on the companions, these new exclusive companions you're going to get, I thought I'd also summarize some of the backstory they were giving on them, because not a lot of information has been released on them, who they are, what's going to be their background, because I'm sure there's going to be, as I said, companion missions and things like that to provide some backstory and maybe try to incorporate them into the Swtor story somehow. So let's get it. I'll summarize it right now. So basically, starting with the Jedi Master, Master Ranos. This is one of the only Chiss companions that are in the game. They said that she's from the Jedi Order, and that her characterization, who she is kind of like Qui-Gon Jinn. She doesn't really follow all of the Jedi Order's rules. She likes to be a kind of a rebel. She also likes to be on the ground, interacting with people and following the will of the Force in order to help those in need. So she's that kind of character, which I thought is really cool. They had described her as the noble and honorable Jedi Master, which I think is awesome. I think it's awesome they decided to model the characterization of this companion after Qui-Gon Jinn, which is really cool because Qui-Gon Jinn is one of those people who did follow the will of the Force, who totally believed in the light side, but at the same time defied the Jedi Council's orders numerous times because he thought he was going to do what was right, and he was not going to take no for an answer, most notably training Anakin Skywalker. So I think it's really cool that they modeled the companion after that, and that does kind of make me want to go light side, even though I was totally planning on making dark side choices for this event. As I slowly go through the event, level up my characters, I'm thinking I'll make light side because I kind of want the light side to win, and if I do ever reach that tier that gives me a companion, I kind of want the light side companion more than the dark side one. So that's kind of some characterization, some background and context for that companion. Going on into the Sith companion, this is Darth Hexit. So she is a Sith supremacist. As you guys can tell from the picture, she's Zabrak. She wants to prove that that the Sith way of life is the supreme path, and that the dark side is supreme and better than the light side. And the way she wants to achieve this is through the annihilation of Zakul and anything to do with Zakul. So she's obviously going the road of carnage and death, and she's a dark side supremacist. So she believes dark side is the way to go. There's no balance, there's no nothing. It's just dark side, the Sith code. That's the thing that needs to be followed. And she's a hardliner for the Sith. So those are kind of some characterization and context that they decided to provide in the July live stream. This is just a summary of what they've said. I don't think I missed anything important. I did want to provide this backstory because, as I've said, they're putting so much emphasis on the companions, and a huge part of this Dark versus Light event is apparently choosing the companion you want and trying to get that companion. And so I thought it's obviously important to provide them the backstory and the context of who these companions are and what kind of characterization they're going to have. Because when you're interacting with them, when they're talking to you, when you're having conversations with the companions, trying to get influence and stuff like that, what their kind of opinions are and who they are is going to matter, obviously. So it's important to know that. As I've said, I was totally going to go dark side, but now knowing the characterization of the light side companion, I am kind of leaning more towards wanting to go light side and wanting the light side to win, and so I can get that companion. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys found it helpful. I hope you guys are enjoying the Dark versus Light event more so than me. I'm hearing a lot of people are having a lot more luck with the pack openings than I was. So I'm thinking maybe I just had some really bad luck that time, and if I do decide to level up a few more characters, try to get more of those packs, hopefully I'll have some better luck, maybe get some cool Revan armor and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.